So I was on a journey to self and discovery, and that was me when I was, changing my identity, when I was changing my life. I was on a road of self-discovery, and I feel like that's the moment when I was open. When you're not open and receptive, the outcome may be a little bit, it can be different. But when you're open and receptive, you will find yourself more likely to walk into a door that's beautiful versus the other way when you're not open and receptive, because you can block a blessing, you can dang sure push it away. So it's like when I was on the road to self and discovery, a lot of ahas, a lot of okay, like 2 and 2 start adding up, 3 and 3 start adding up, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 started to add up, and I'm like, okay, like I started to realize, like the things that I put up with and the things that I dealt with in life, I played a role in that too. And it's like, it's okay because I'm learning from it. So when you learn from something, you know how to move forward. You won't make the same mistakes, and you will see things and take the wisdom with you and know how to navigate. Okay, this is looking a whole lot like the past. It could be same spirit in a different body. Okay, it could be a test when it comes to an environment, a way of thinking when it comes to your morals. I'm going to use myself as an example because I feel like I'm the perfect example to give, because it's like, my experience, my life, and what I learned from it is really valuable. Many people transform amazingly when it comes to a breakup, okay, with someone that who helps them grow into something very beautiful, like a beautiful butterfly. It don't just become a butterfly, it stages. And it's like once that breakthrough happened, a whole nother reality can happen. That's why when it comes to changing your reality, yeah, you have the right. Your past does not and defines you, and who you are can always change. Like say if you're someone who is a negative thinker, you can change that identity about yourself, because you will start to attract in things. Listen, if you really know how powerful the mind is like a computer. You either have a healthy computer, aka a healthy mind, and a healthy and computer is going to run smooth. It's going to go fast. Sometimes, it may load, but it's going to come up. It's a smooth sailing. But you got a bad computer that's full of viruses, aka a negative mind. It's going to move slow. It's going to frustrate you. It's going to bring delays. Listen, it has to go get fixed. It has to go get repaired. So you have to look at things that way. It's really important to look at things at a higher perspective, especially when you are changing your identity. Always look at things at a higher perspective through your whole life and everything. Whenever you question anything, look at it at a higher perspective. You will see things very different. But let's get back into it. When you want to change the identity of yourself, that is you becoming a better version of yourself. That is you in deciding to make a choice. Now I'm talking about when it comes to in the levels of growing, okay? Changing your identity to be a better person. Hear me now. Hear me and hear me clear. So when you start to do that, it starts with you. Things will start to add up. You will see the energy that you put out, what's coming your way. You can always change the game, baby. The game, listen. One thing about me, I like new things. And what I mean by that is I'm not finna keep playing something the same time, especially if it's not serving me. Oh yeah, time gonna run out real quick. It needs to be adding to me, fueling me. And if I used to be an overthinker and I used to push things away, I used to attract in a lot of what I didn't want. And it's like, okay, why am I thinking so negative? And that came from things not working out. But honestly, it wasn't supposed to work out. But in the mindset I was in, things happen for us to grow, and it may not feel all good at all. When it comes to changing your identity and growing as a person with self-discovery, you will see a lot about yourself, and it's given a lot of accountability and awareness and owning up. But the thing is, when you know who you are and when you do the inner work, nothing will be taken personal. You have to learn how to move once you change your identity, because once I started to really manifest the life and for myself and it started to show on the outside, a lot of people, I noticed a lot of people saying certain things, or you're lucky, or some was genuinely happy, and I love that. And some, was in surprise. Oh, you ain't believe in me? Well, I'm glad that I truly believed in myself, because now look at me living my dreams. When I was in high school, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Literally, I wasn't consistent because I felt like I didn't have that support system, or like, but I also felt the energy. I'm someone who feels energy, and it is what it is. And it took me a minute to accept that, because I was like, and what I mean by accepting it is like, at first I thought it wasn't fair. You know the saying, it could be a blessing and a curse, but I'm like, baby, this is a whole blessing, because it's showing me facts, truth, and energy never lies. So if I could see the energy for what it is, and I could save myself ahead of time, but see, at first I was ignoring my intuition. And that part of my identity was not seeing the truth. When you decide to see the truth, things change. But now back to the story. Because I believed in myself and my dreams became my reality, I was surprised that I was so happy. But not everybody was. But it took me changing my identity. And I had to let those people go. Because it's like, instead of you embodying the energy I was in, why are you saying slick things? You know, certain people will tell on themselves, and like I said, energy don't lie. So I was like, dang, like, people true colors is showing, you know. And it's like, dang. But at first I took it as a moment of like, dang, like, am I doing the wrong thing? No, I deserve to live the life I want for myself, not what people tell me that I should have or what it should be like. Me, I made the choice to do what's best for me. And I used to be a people pleaser. I used to care about what everybody had to say, like, but I was only slapping me in the face in the end, because I wasn't being true to me or following my heart. You know, we all live our own life every single day, every second of the day. This journey is you versus you. You have some people that will come into your life, and I learned this the hard way, but once I learned, baby, I knew how to move. People will come into your life and be a lesson or a blessing. Some people will come into your life and be a good portal and a dark portal. Everything is a portal. Things you follow on social media is a portal. People are portals. Feelings are portals. It's either a good portal or a bad portal. And let me say it this way: when I say blessing or a lesson, you have people that come into your life and will bring out the best in you. You have certain people that will come into your life that will block you from your path. Listen. And I dealt with that when it came to friendships, family, and lovers. And it's like, I'm now attracting in genuine people, and it feel different. It feel different, because it's like, okay, like, whoo, like, I've been through a lot, but it's like, I'm glad that I ain't let it get the best of me, because at one point I was, but it's like, nah, I had to stand strong. Because I started to lose myself, because I'm like, dang, like, who am I? Like, you know, everybody, like, the agendas that's pushed, like, the way people are programmed, like, no, like, never feel bad and for doing what's best for you. And that's part of changing your identity. If you want to be someone who is successful, you cannot work a 9 to 5. And if you do, you have to get another job, because 9 to 5s, I'm talking about working for someone. That's what I mean when I say 9 to 5. Listen, when you're your own boss, there's no limit to how much you bring in. But when you listen, there's certain salaries. You set the tone, you set the bar, but it starts with changing your identity. Who do you want to be? What needs to be released? And it's like, the first thing is awareness. Okay, I know I need to change, and that's perfect. And that's why you're watching this video. Love it here. Love is for you. And the second part is accepting. Make an agreement, being devoted to this change. This change is going to open up a lot for you, to you, and for you to see other people's true motives and intentions. Like, I had a lot of people around me that was like, people come into your life to bring blessings, okay? And some people come in your life to be a delay, okay? Stop you and block you on your journey. I had a lot of people that trying to block me on my journey. A lot. I had to start cutting the snake head off. Literally. And it hurt, because like, dang, like, you know, I'm a genuine person. Listen, I'm a Leo. I love hard. I'm very considerate. Listen, I'm a very genuine, understanding person. Like, if you know me, like, listen, I'm a giver. I'm a giver. Hard. And that's just me from the heart, and I don't expect nothing in return. But I have people that took that as an opportunity. But I had to wake up. Boundaries. And it took me a minute to learn boundaries, because I thought that I had to accept that. No. I've been through some things, and it taught me a lot. When you change your identity, lock in. Tunnel vision. Be quiet. Don't say too much. This is an opportunity for your whole life to change. And change is, I don't want to say change is scary, but it can be, because I'm a fixed sign. I sometimes, listen, if I can resist it, but now I'm starting to run. Now Now I want to run towards the change. I'm ready. Because it's always a level up. It's always a level up. It's never downgrading because of the life I want for myself. Some people are okay with being comfortable, and that's fine. Like I said, we make choices every second, every day of our lives. If that's a choice, and if they want to make, that's fine, accept it. But what choice do you want to make? And see, I didn't really have people to like talk to, or like, you know, when I was going to people for advice, baby, they was telling me advice to guide me down the wrong path. Like, it was never genuine. I never had that, literally. And I don't want to, you know, get deep into like my life, but I've been through some things, y'all. Like, I ain't really have that support system. I never really had a support system. Like, I had to have me. I had to have me. God had me, but I had to have me. And God having me is the best thing I ever had, because listen, my life changed drastically. I will do a video on my life and how my life changed. I will do a video on that. Trust me. But when it comes to changing your identity, really decide, who do you want to become, and be devoted to that. Sacrifice is going to have to happen. And when you're growing, you cannot be around people that's not growing with you, because they'll start to, oh, you think you better, or like they'll start to say slick things, or like after a while the energy not going to add up, and you have some people that will, you know, that won't be an effect. But to those that's meant to be a blockage in your life, or you will start to see people true colors. And don't take it personal, because that's what I did. You can't listen. It's given an expiration date, and when it's time to go, it's time to go. You have to look at things at a higher perspective. It's going to save you every time. Every time it's going to save you. Endings lead to new beginnings, and like, yes, that's a saying. But once you start to really feed that into your mind, like, you know what? Okay, this is happening. I'm prepared and for what's next, because everything is always happening for you to grow and to be in a better place. It's up to you to decide and to navigate through. When you're wanting to be a better person, that should be the time when you're uplifted and, you know, people are happy for you. Not people that's gonna, like, you know, try to stop you and things like that, or like, because of, you know, and people can also project fear, limiting beliefs, insecure. Like, when you're deciding and to do what's best for you, that takes bravery, confidence, okay, and being bold. If people are not in it, if you know people that's fearful or don't like change or comfortable and want to settle, if you're deciding to no longer settle in life, it may trigger them, or it may motivate them and like inspire them. I had to really look at this journey as, listen, it's me versus me, nobody else. And that's how I always look at it. But, you know, when you're tending into your garden, sometimes they will tend to their garden, but they will be looking at everybody else's garden. And some people don't even tend to their garden, but worried about the next person's garden. The power of changing your identity will change your life, and it can also save you. It really be levels to this. It really be levels into life. Change is real, and I can say that because I witnessed it with my own two eyes with my life. And I'm still shook, like, wow, like, this really happened? Like, yeah, it really did. And wowzers, like, but it took me to change my identity. Changing my identity, believing in myself. I was alone with it, and I'll say I still am, because I'm an introvert. I'll pop out, but it's like, yeah, I'm an introvert. But listen, I was a lone wolf, but this lone wolf did it. And another thing, when you change your identity, embody yourself. Don't place anything on a pedestal where you feel like you can't get it. That person realized they were the prize. You have to realize that you are the prize. You have to go within. You got to go within and get the key. You hold the key within. You hold the prize. Once I started to tap into self and discovery, I was realizing so much. I'm like, wow, you telling me I got the power to do this? And having power is huge. Now, some people have power and they can influence the wrong way, and some can do it the right way. Change should be normal. Wanting better for yourself, wanting happiness, peace of mind, abundance, you know, whatever you want, It's your birthright, and there's no explanation behind that. Period. Die. It's my birthright. I'm not meant to struggle, and struggle should not be normalized too. And if you find yourself, living paycheck to paycheck or whatever your reality is of like struggle or lack, change your identity. I used to always say I'm rich, but I just ain't get my payment. Yeah, I was saying that since I was like 20. I was always saying it at first I wasn't really feeling it, but like you have to speak with some bass in your voice. What's your favorite song? Okay, one thing about me, when I'm in a car, baby, music is blasting, I'm going in. But like I say to say, when your song come on and you really da-da-da-da-da, like you going in, speak with power in your voice when you say those affirmations. When you change your identity, if you can see it with your own two eyes, if you can see the person that you want to be, it's possible. So if you can see it, it's already possible. You saw the vision. Can't nobody tell you it can't happen. You seen it. That's confirmation right there. Really, and sometime, and if you don't know right now, take some time into journal. I do have a journal, you guys. It's called In the Me Versus Me Journal. But get you a journal and write down, who do you want to be? Write it down. Who are you? It starts with you. Write down, what do you see for yourself? Where do you see your life? Who do you want to be? Write it down. You know how some people tend to, sometimes you'll tell somebody something and they'll laugh at your vision, and it may be like, dang, and it may have an effect on you like you didn't think it would have. Like, okay, like I thought you would have rooted for me, or like, you stupid, like that ain't gonna happen. Oh nah, I seen it with my own two eyes. It's happening. I seen it, and listen, I see it, and I'm grabbing it. Write down what life you want. Write it down. Whatever vision you see for your life, write it down. And when you visualize, see it. Or you can sit in a quiet place, or you can meditate and just sit and just see the life you want for yourself. Feel it. Feel it as if you're living in that moment. Some people say they don't believe in like in a fairy tale life. Oh, baby, I do. I believe in magic. I believe things can happen. I believe the unthinkable can happen. I believe it. You got to be a believer. And if you're not, start believing it. Start saying it. I believe in the impossible. Like, start saying it. Like, start feeling it in your bones. Once you realize, listen, I see it. I seen it. And don't tell nobody what you see either. Because some people, just don't tell people nothing. It's nothing personal right now. I'm focused on me. I'm locked in on me. But write it down. If you don't know it yet, write it down. And start to be devoted to that person. I'm telling you, you will thank yourself later. Because every day leads to a new day. Next thing you know, it's going to be 2025. Listen, you got to get moving. And this is your sign. If you see this video, it was meant for you to see this. It was meant. Trust me. Because when I was going through that change, I was like, dang, like I did need somebody to see. But you know what? Now I'm here. You don't got to worry no more. I'm here. Changing your identity will change your life, literally. And listen, when you change your identity, don't think small. Don't think small. Don't think, oh, it cannot happen. Do not place no limitations on yourself. Do not limit yourself. That was a limiting belief that I had to work on. Limiting and beliefs are things that block you. Never place something on a pedestal where you can't get it. If you see a person that's really unsuccessful, they'll tell you and they had to put the work in, and they had to pour into themselves. It really be levels to this. And it takes sacrifice, and it takes you being devoted. It takes 21 days and to learn a new habit. But even after the 21 days, keep going. Change in the beginning, listen, it can get messy because things going to start to shift. Things are going to come to an end. When I was changing my reality, certain friendships, it didn't stick around. Certain things I liked, I started not to like. Certain people, I just didn't want to be around. Certain things, things were coming to an end. With me, I'm going to tell y'all my story, but listen, jobs end up changing. In the moment, I was like, oh my God, things is going left. No, baby, things is working out for me. Let it fall. This ending going to bring a new beginning. I had to really train my mind on that. I had to really tell myself that. We're not all of our thoughts. And all of our thoughts are not ours. Are you hearing me? When you change your identity, get ready to, it's giving green light. That's the message. That's it. That's all. Love y'all. Peace.